Hi, Steve here. I haven't done a good job of getting the word out about what is probably one of the most fantastic things that you can get your hands on right now to try and detox. What it does is it detoxes your body at the nanoparticle level. And if you've noticed, we have been sprayed for years, decades, and we're being sprayed with heavy metals in the nanoparticulate level. So what can you do to get rid of these things out of your body? Because I know that they're causing a lot of health issues in different forms, and everybody reacts to these heavy metals, the aluminum, the barium, the strontium, things like that. Everybody reacts differently to them. Of course, you see the pharmacia, the big pharma companies, they're out there advertising all their different products that they want you to take. Pop a pill, this will help your skin condition. Well, guess what? Everything they put out has some kind of side effect that will affect your body or attack your liver. Well, guess what? I've got something to tell you about that I use, and it doesn't have any side effects. It's only got good effects to help you detox those heavy metals and nanoparticulates in your body. It's called Advanced TRS by Cosiva, and I use it all the time, every day. And I have seen tremendous results. So this isn't hype. I'm just telling you, it works, and it works great. Now, I leave a link down below that you can go down to and click on if you'd like to purchase it yourself, or even if you'd like to become a distributor. So click on that link, find out more, because I guarantee you this stuff really works. Hi, Steve here. I apologize to everyone watching this video because it was really in my heart to do this a long time ago, and yet I did nothing and just sat idly by like so many others who know this is so wrong. You don't see this kind of thing in China, do you? No, they respect their elders, and they treat them with respect. But I guess not here in America. We've had 2 years plus of watching this display of abuse on the man who sits at the head position of our country. You don't have to be a doctor or a professional to see that he has the D word. And I understand he's not alone in this country with this disease, but we don't parade others around with this condition, do we? And demand that they present themselves as the leader of our country. No, we don't do that because that would be considered abuse against our seniors with this kind of condition. So please tell me why we continue to allow the abuse and the laughing behind his back because of this most serious condition. It's not just in this country that they're laughing behind his back. They're laughing all over the world.
It's now time to check in with the fearless, bold, razor-sharp leader of the free world, the 46th President of the United States, Joe Robinette Biden. Let's listen to his response when asked about Title 42 in relation to illegal immigration.
No, what I'm considering is continuing to hear from first of all, there's going to be an appeal by the Justice Department, because as a matter of principle, we want to be able to be in a position where if in fact it is strongly concluded by the scientists that we need Title 42, that we be able to do that. But there has been no decision on extending Title 42.
That is just incredible. To be clear, he was asked about Title 42, which is a Trump-era policy that allows the US to quickly expel migrants to their country of origin when they've crossed the border illegally. The man has no clue what he is talking about. We've got the current president and his obvious cognitive decline being largely ignored by the bulk of the US media. Here he is talking about natural wonders.
You know, our natural wonders inspire, and the reflection inspires our to take action.
But what we love about Joe is that he always knows where he is and who he is talking to.
And we're also joined today by Larson and I know you're gonna.
And he was again bragging about all the time he has spent with Xi Jinping.
I was with Xi Jinping. I've traveled with 17,000 miles and spent more time with any other world leader, over a total of, I think, and we're up to 90-some hours of talking or meeting together over the last 6-7 years. And we're in the foothills of the Tibet.
Biden keeps boasting about time spent with Xi, not just in the foothills of the Tibet, as he called it, but also the foothills of the Himalayas.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was in the foothills of the Himalayas with Xi Jinping, traveling with him. We've traveled 17,000 miles when I was vice president. I don't know that for a fact.
So in that short clip from earlier this month, he goes from failing to name the one word that best defines America to lying about the time he has spent with Xi. It's such a bold-faced lie that he has repeated so often that even his friendly media outlets like the Washington Post had to run a gentle fact check. A fact check, mind you, peppered with compliments for Sleepy Joe, but nevertheless one that found his claim worthy of 3 Pinocchios.
Can we have a quick talk about Joe Biden and his increasingly distressing performance on the stump in 2022?
There's a lot of reason to be hopeful in 2020. But for God's sake, please take advantage of what's available.
He said those words on January 4th, 2022.
It is noteworthy that the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line. Women are not without electoral and or political, or maybe precise, not and or political power.
End quote. Repeat the line. Well done, President Ron Burgundy. Then there was the time he claimed childhood oil slicks on his mother's car windscreen gave him cancer.
The first frost, you know what was happening? You had to put on your windshield wipers to get literally the oil slick off the window. That's why I and so damn many other people I grew up have cancer.
He didn't have cancer. Then there was the time President Biden gave a shout out to a congresswoman who had died in a road accident just weeks earlier, but who he thought was still alive.
And I want to thank all of you here for including bipartisan elected officials like Representative Governor, Senator Braun, Senator Booker, Representative Jackie. Are you here? Where's Jackie? I didn't think she was going to be here to help make this a reality.
And then there are all the times he's managed to get lost, just getting off a stage.
Mr. President, thank you. At the end of such a momentous event.
Oh, here we are, yes. But of course, Joe Biden has a message for all his skeptics.
Watch me. If you think I don't have the energy level or the mental acuity, then that's one thing.
Oh yeah, Mr. President, we're watching all right.
And who are these people that are allowing the propping up of a man in his most serious condition to be humiliated, berated, and laughed at behind his back? These are the real criminals, and these are the real perpetrators of the senior abuse on display.
God love you. How are you? Got it, my man. Reputation, man. Okay, here you go. You elected the highest ranking black Indian with Indian background woman in American history to be vice president.
I don't know. Is there a ranking system now for Indians? That's what he said. Here are the president's precise words. You elected the highest ranking black Indian with Indian background woman in American history to be vice president. Now, I'm not aware of this ranking system for black Indians with Indian background, which seems to exist in Joe's head, but the vice president was in this week used to good effect by the White House. We've all seen clips of Biden regularly looking dazed and confused coming off stage. We've even seen a giant bunny act as his handler, ordering him to move along when asked tricky questions about Afghanistan, you know, questions like, why did you abandon Americans there? But this week, it wasn't a bunny. As President Biden put it, it was a highest-ranking black Indian of Indian background who stepped in to stop Joe wandering aimlessly after an appearance. Who knows? Perhaps it was Kamala in that bunny suit all along.
I don't blame Joe. It would be like blaming your neighbor's dog for something he did after he was dead. What's being done to this man is not only cruel, but it's the most blatant display I've ever seen of senior abuse and disrespect of a man with a serious condition, and it should be stopped. It should be stopped now.
President Biden trips, not once, not twice, but 3 times as he tries to climb the stairs to Air Force One today. He brushes off his pant leg and continues on.
Please, won't somebody step in and allow this poor soul to find some rest and just look out his window back home in Delaware, enjoying the birds flying by his window and his wife at his side with a cup of tea in his hand, or maybe a scoop of his favorite ice cream. Think about it.